Good evening, this is your Psychic LJ reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's 11 p.m. UK time, heading towards the witching hour. Is anybody there? Hello, hello. Wait for you to come on. Hiya, Amy. Can you hear us okay? Hiya, Newsmaster Johnny. Yeah, we're live. Hello, everybody. Well, good evening on this Wednesday evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you all are around the world. He's all come splurging in now. Woo-hoo. Good evening, everybody, to all you beautiful people out there. I'm good. I've been busy all day. Busy as usual. Good evening, Warlord. Hello there, Patriot Woman. Hope yous are all keeping okay, wherever yous all are around the world. Be it either you're in the snow or wherever yous are, in the mountains, in the sunshine, on Mars, because that's coming next. Could you imagine where we're starting to FaceTime different beings on different parts of the world, in the universe, in the galaxy? How cool will that be? Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Caroline Lucky. Yeah, I do. I think she will. She might need to change her diet and be on some tablets, is she? They offered her tablets. I'll send her. Caroline Lucky's mum's had a small stroke on Sunday. My mum had some small strokes. They've got a special name, haven't they, after Paul had passed over. But she's fine. She's on all sorts of things for her diet to help it. Hello in Texas. I'll wait for people to come on and I'll make another announcement. So I had said that I'm going to be doing 3 nights a week. Now, I've got a jam-packed diary because obviously over the Christmas I went quiet and then I jammed a load of people in for January. So it's going to be physically impossible, and I don't want to move clients. I don't like moving clients. So the date is set. I'll be coming on willy-nilly. I'll be on... Yeah, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? It's a northern expression. On Sunday night I'll be on, and then I'll be announcing for next week what night I can do. But starting from the February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, so maybe some of you might be on dates, you never know. But from February the 14th, I have rearranged my work life. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to live stream on Twitch on a Tuesday, a Thursday and a Sunday, because I need a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday and a Saturday for clients and family stuff. So that means on a Tuesday, on a Thursday and a Sunday. Sunday's my day off anyway, but I see me family. So a Tuesday and a Thursday I'll be doing all my creative stuff for like YouTube, and then I'm streaming on the night time. Just so I can get into a balance. So then I can come out regular on here and regular on YouTube. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it, to do with Harry? Good interviews, mind. Good interviews. I don't know if my mother's watching, but she's, I think I struck a nerve with her this afternoon about it. You've got to understand, a lot of the older people, they're listening to the news and stuff like that, and it's all the propaganda, isn't it? All the British media and which I'm going to look into tonight. But the press, the British press, they're just thriving on us at the minute, aren't they? But I like Harry. I like Harry. And I think he's hurting. I really do feel he's hurting, and he's... I think that he needs to speak his truth. And I think this, as it happens, it's all about the royal family. But, you know, nobody is immune to family things, and obviously them being in the public eye. But I think that, which I'm going to talk about tonight, when they talk about the firm and all of that, it's the establishment, it's the press, it's everything what, you know, all these staff, high staff members, what tells them the protocol and what they can say and what they can't say. Well, it's a new earth now, so it's a new generation. And I believe that's what it's all about. His inner child is hurting and he's expressed himself. And it's simple as that, underlined. And it's interesting. I watched, who's him with the, he looks like he's got a different ear to the other ear. But that Stephen guy, he's in America, he's on the chat show. And Harry was on the chat show with him. And it was actually a damn good video, interview. And he was talking about his book. And he said that the press, the British press, had twisted everything that he had said about the Taliban and that. Stephen Colbert, yeah. Not that I watched Stephen Colbert, but I was just nosy and I thought I'd go on. Do you know what I mean? But I thought it was a good interview. I really did. Because what came up on YouTube is that he's shown himself up and he got drunk. It's like people just jump on the bandwagon and say what they want to say, don't they? But Harry's hurting and it is sad. And I do believe him and William will talk again. Him and William will talk again. So everybody who's just recently come on, this is a tester, right? Because I used to do a Wednesday, and my plan is from the 14th of February, I'll be streaming on here on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Sunday, right? And then I'll be hopefully putting more content out on YouTube as well, more looking glasses and that. Because obviously everybody who knows what I do, I read for people around the world, and I won't give up my clients. I like doing both. So I've had to make a plan so I don't burn myself out. So I'm having a Tuesday off from clients, a Thursday off from clients, obviously a Sunday I'm with my family. And that means I can do all my content, but I can also stream. Do you see what I mean? And there you go. That's the way it is. Because I got a notification of Twitch. I don't understand it on here. I'm still learning. To be fair, I haven't really digged into it much. I get a small wage off them. Not very much. And I thought that was that. And then I got an email off them saying that I can be part of the what's it called? Like the program? That's not the bloody word. What is it? I can be a partner with them. And I thought, what does that mean? So I Googled it, and it means that I can get paid for ads. So it'll be a bit like, I know, Nick. It'll be a bit like, I get paid for ads on YouTube. So there you go. So needs most, you know, and I like it on here. So it's a case of I'll get a wage off them, like a bigger wage, which is good. And I like it on here. I had an option of streaming on YouTube, and I like it on here. I'll do my creative stuff on YouTube. There's something going on with YouTube at the minute, by the way, guys. I don't know if you have noticed. The last video that I put out after the stream, it was 2k views, and then it dropped and dropped and dropped. I thought, hey, what the hell's going on here? So behind the scenes of YouTube Studio, you can chat away to them. And they said that they were doing something with the views because there was something about trolls and bots. And what they were trying to say was that it was mainly bots which were viewing us. And I says, what? Well, that didn't do me ego any good. So it's a massive problem. So it's come up on the community page or something that people's views are getting messed about with. So they're trying to correct it. So there you go. But I feel safe on here. I like it on here. I think it also means you can't stream anywhere else. I don't know. You can connect it up where I could link it up through everything, but I like to keep it separate. Well, that's it. It means I can earn a bit more. I mean, don't get us wrong. I can go and stream on YouTube and probably make a lot more on YouTube because YouTube's the bigger payer. But I like it on here. And it's more about energies as well and keep them safe, isn't it? Twitch has a cozy feeling. I like it on here as well. And I'm really grateful for having this little forum. So what I'm going to do tonight for you is if you want, I'm going to get the cards. And do you fancy having Akashic readings? I'm doing actually a Akashic session for somebody tomorrow. So Akashic readings is not like a proper, I mean, I'll try to go into a trance. So if you came to see me for Akashic reading, I'll go into a trance. Okay. And I bring in A2I and little Zatchar and all my guides and the angels. And I normally get the client who comes to see us. I get them into a little sleepy state. But I also do past life readings, and I could do that for you tonight if you want. Akashic readings. What's going on with the air travel in the US? I'll have a look. Do you like it on here? That's what I feel like. I feel like it doesn't feel like streaming to me. I feel like we're all friends. I've also got another good idea for YouTube, which I'm going to get this balance. And it's hard for us to do my readings, you see, and do the creative stuff for YouTube. Because when I make a looking glass, it takes us 2 days to do it. All right? So, but what I can do is I can do sort of streaming on YouTube of like cups of tea with us. And having a chat about something what's maybe's on the news, and then just a chat like a coffee. You know, I could do that on YouTube. I could stream more doing stuff like that. Tea leaf readings, that type of thing. But on here, I just think it's just like a friends forum, isn't it? It's a bit like, I always wanted to run a spiritualist church. And I suppose in a way, it's a bit like being in a spiritualist church, but it's online, isn't it? I'll have a look about I'm going to use some different cards tonight. I want to use me Hanson and Roberts, and I'll use the other ones as well. So from the Tuesday the 14th, I'll be streaming 3 times a week. And I'm excited about it, actually. Bearing in mind, you know, as everybody who knows us, I've got a strange life. And I've never hidden it. The troubles I've had with Adam, my youngest, who's getting there. A lot of other people probably in the same position. So it's going to be a little bit like vlogging, really. So you get warts and all. You probably, some nights will come on and you could be hyper. Feel like being in the house with us. Hey, have you heard my tummy? Oh, I made a very interesting tea tonight. I'll tell you what I made. It was quite nice, actually. I got a tin of corned beef. I'm not a big fan of corned beef, but I thought... And what I did was, I pan-fried it, so I sealed it, and I put a couple of OXO cubes in it. Then I fried some diced potato with olive oil and some little bell pepper, like a bell pepper. I chopped that up tiny, and an onion. And then 2 tins of Heinz baked beans on the bottom of the casserole dish. Hide the lumps of the fried corned beef on top, and then I sprinkled some Worcester sauce. Then I put the potatoes and the onions and everything on top when it was all crispy. Then I sprinkled cheese on the top and I baked it in the oven. Oh my God. It was like comfort food. Probably loads of calories in it, but it was really, really nice. Cheap. The food prices, I feel, are quite expensive in the UK. Somebody said Aldi's gone up in price as well. I'll look into Nicola Sturgeon. Yeah, your 16-year-old's on the spectrum. 30%. It's really expensive. Minus the cheese. Oh no, I'm naughty. I had to sprinkle some cheese on the top. Eggs are expensive. I still say that you're best with your homegrown eggs, laying eggs. Chickens are really interesting characters to have. Let's shuffle the cards. Wait for a few more to come in. I wouldn't eat stuff like that every day, you know. I try to be healthy. I had a chicken salad yesterday. I don't think Lance is in tonight, is he, or Debbie? Well, they reckon everybody's got a bit of autism in them, don't they? Excuse me. Okay. But I don't know if you agree, guys. I think that the energies are really, really weird at the moment, aren't they? So, when this Mercury in retrograde, it's been affecting the computers a bit. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lovely lady. I see her quite often. She's in the States. I'll not say names. But she made the payment for a reading, which is tomorrow. And I always tend to email you back and say, I've received you. You've got to, you know, because there's scams out there. I've received your payment, looking forward. There's the Zoom link. And she hadn't received the message back. And then she was emailing again, 3-4 times. And I was emailing her back. And then she's saying, I'm getting worried. And I'm thinking, what blinking hell's going on? And then she messages on Facebook and I says, there's something strange going on here. And then it went strange on YouTube with the analytics. Something's off at the minute. I think the computers are in transition, aren't they? Can I ask a question about my 19-year-old daughter who's just given birth? The baby is fine, but my daughter has some horrible symptoms happening. Yeah, let me have a look. Let's do some personal stuff first, Fires. So that's Rhonda. She wants to know about her daughter. Muse Master, I did a session with LG and when she called I wasn't ready. I didn't have a shirt on. I can't remember that. I can't remember. I take no notice, man. Right, Rhonda's daughter. Did she have, how do I do this because it's personal? Did she have a natural birth? It's the after effects of the drug she took with the birth control. Did she have an epidural or anything like that, or a cesarean? Let me have a look. Yes. Was it an epidural that she had, Rhonda? Is she having numbness and feeling weak? It's something to do with what's gone into the lower part of her body. It's not to do with the vaccine. It's been some after effects of something she's had in the body within the birth situation. I remember when I had Luke and I had him very, very quick. I had a numb leg. like a strange numbness in my leg afterwards for ages. So it must have hit a nerve if he was coming out. It's quite a traumatic thing giving birth, you know what I mean? Plus he was quite a big baby. Okay. She needs to get like, I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor, but she needs to get like a checkup done. If she's got numbness and stuff like that, they can just run like the jelly on the legs. Like they can run a scan over to see if there's any clots or anything. Yeah, she had her baby quick. It might have hit a nerve. The spine's a funny thing, Rhonda. The spine's a funny thing. But I would suggest that you should demand off the doctor or the midwife that she has a blood test done, see if her D diamonds are up, just check that. I feel she's going to be fine. Her spine might be slightly out. Nodules in lung, she's passing out. Right. So she needs to have, what I'm being shown is she needs a checkup to get, and she'll be fine. There's worry there at the moment, right? But that's good health and everything, right? But she needs to have like a scan done. She needs her bloods done, like a blood sugar, the full blood count. And she's in a lot of incredible pain. The nervous system has to be rewired again. I am a medical doctor, right? She needs like a full blood count done. I would suggest that, Rhonda. But the Ten of Cups is saying, how does she know she's had nodules in the lung? All right, is that something what happened before the baby? Because I'm getting it's something to do with the birth, what set it off, that they've given her or she's taken. But she does need to get funny symptoms. Maybe they can give us something for that. So you need to demand to take her back to the doctors, the hospital, all right? So she can be checked for blood clots, that type of thing. Yeah, they can like run a test to see if her D diamonds is up and maybe do some more scans on her chest and that. Does your daughter have quite fairish hair? Also kidney stones. Is she quite lightish to the hair, like a light brownish coloured or fairish? Yeah. Okay, it's quite traumatic. Is this our first baby, Rhonda? Because I think the more kids you have, you pick up quicker, don't you? The first one, I was like, I couldn't hardly walk after I had Luke, but I was leaping about after I had Adam. It's because your muscles have done it before. She's lost colour in her face. Right, I would suggest, I mean, how is she tonight? Is she all right tonight? Is she eating and drinking? I would suggest taking her down to A&E and demanding that they do some blood tests and that. And she will be safe. Okay, there she is there. I mean, I know it looks like she's got dark hair there, but I think it has really taken it out of her. She needs all the examinations. Yeah, she needs the bloods done, doesn't she? And she needs the scan done. Don't let them fob off. She's just started eating. I mean, I don't know what time it is where you are now, but I mean, if she is comfortable tonight, see how she goes, but really she needs to go and be checked out. Do you know what I mean? Is she walking about, Rhonda? Because I feel she's pottering about. I feel you're going to find something out within the 3 and it'll be sorted and be corrected. Yeah, she's pottering around. So possibly the last thing you want to do is take her down to a hospital tonight, do you? To A&E where there's loads of drunks and stuff, people like that. But I do feel she needs a checkup done. I do believe, I mean, it's midweek, so it might be a good idea to take her down. I don't know what you think, but I'll just pull them all 3 cards out. 4 of rods, 8 of rods. Yeah, she needs to have a checkup done just to put your mind at rest. But I would say take her down to A&E and just demand that she has blood tests done and a scan done. All right? But not to worry about it. She has an appointment on the 30th. Yeah, but if she gets worse tonight, I would definitely not mess about. I would just whip her straight down. And I'll send her some nice healing and that. But that's healing. It's like she just needs all the old-fashioned stuff in her, you know, like the lovely beef soup and everything to build her up and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Chicken noodle soup or whatever. She'll be fine. Right. Throw some questions at us, guys. Let me get a coffee. Have I got an evil spirit lingering about me as my work has dried up after being busy without trying? Miss Scrappy. Get burn some sage. Get a smudging stick or some dry sage. Burn it throughout your house. Chant the Lord's Prayer. Nothing more powerful than the Lord's Prayer. Put some salt round your house. Get a lemon. Cut it in quarter on a plate and leave it on your bench, on your kitchen bench, and leave it there about a week or 3-4 days. About a week, and then you can change it again. The good old sage, yeah. Because you got an evil spirit. I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? There's dark and light flying about all over. If people knew what was actually out there, you haven't got to feed into it. You've got spirit around you, but you're very, very well protected. You've got the Emperor protecting you. There's an older man in spirit what's protecting you. He's got an ankh in his hand. All right. You've also got the Fool card. So when the Fool card comes out, people think that's a bad card. It means that you are protected. So when you get that, I'm not saying why you're sticking your head in the sand, but when you get that horrible vibe, oh my God, is an evil spirit. I pick them up all the time. You just see out that the opposite, call upon Archangel Michael. Remember, everything's frequency, everything's energy. You've actually got a few gentlemen what's watching over you in spirit. You've got some very strong guides with you, so you just need to get into the angels and learn how to invoke them. There's many different angels, and you've got the big bods. You've got Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and they're very busy at the minute. But don't forget, angels aren't human, so they can be at any one place at any one time. And they love helping, so don't feel guilty with all the horrible stuff going on in the world, because with an angel they could be sorting a world disaster out as well as helping you, because they're huge. Ravenhawk, it's the anniversary of my mum's death. Bless. I'll have a look for you. I'll have a look for you. She's telling us that you're very gifted. You're coming out as the Emperor, and you're here to do big things in this world. And one day you will see her again. Do you have children? So, as the youngsters around you? And there's an animal what sees her. And she's going on about the necklace. Not yet, Oraki. Not yet. She's going on about something about round the neck or a necklace. Have you been thinking about, and if you haven't got a necklace from her, where she gave you a necklace, did you want to put something around her neck, or have you got something what reminds you of her? Does that mean anything? And about a ring as well. Necklace. She's shown us her hair, so I don't know if you did something to her hair afterwards, or I have her dog tags, right? She's with you, but she's shown us, I don't know why she's doing this with her hair. Is that something that you did afterwards? And an old locket. You did that with her hair. She loves you so much. You've got her hair. Put that underneath your pillow or by your bedside, and she'll come through and talk to you within dream state. She's really proud of you, and you've got to believe in you. You're here to fight the good fight. We are all here as angels from the light. And one day she'll see you again. Just look at it like she's in another room. You'll always be our little girl. And she loves you very much. What I get, and I've learned, I don't claim to know everything. Every day, I've been doing this for a long, long time. When I see somebody, especially when I get a very strong connection from them from spirit, especially since Paul passed, it's like he's acting a bit like a guide to us. He keeps telling us, Louise, there's no such thing as death. We class it as death here because we think it's that because we've been told that, because we're going from physical into non-physical. But what they're coming through saying to me is, there's life after life. There's life after life. Hiya, Brownie. Who's William or Bill? So how do you find out about your spirit guides? Get the name William or Bill coming through. Well, pets go through as well. So if you lie down, if you do it on a lovely sunny afternoon, I think if you do it before you go to bed, it does not work. Right? Because you fall asleep. If you're sitting having 40 winks on an afternoon, you've got the lovely, hiya Paula, all the lovely sunshine coming through. Just shut your eyes. Empty your mind from everything. And the first, and say, give me my guide's name, or you can do it separate, give me my guardian angel's name. And then the first names what come in is, just make a log of it. Make a log of it. And that's how you find them out. You can listen to some nice frequency music or, that type of thing. Patriot woman's asking about her dad. Will you see if my dad can come through? When you're doing that, I'm going, here. What happened here? Everybody in this ballroom tonight is protected. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. Everybody in this ballroom tonight is protected with love and light. William Bill is coming through there, light lady. So who asked about that dad? Because I'm going here. And he said he's sorry that I never got to say goodbye properly. Hello there, George. Are you not flying tonight? Kid, I missed your call again. He was so tired, Walkie. Any messages from my son-in-law? I miss him. Was he quite tallish or a biggish lad? Everything just went so quick with him. He exited so quick. take it. And again, I'm going here. Yeah, tall. He's all right. We loved the songs, what was picked. Everybody is feeling very tired at the moment. I'm going to pull some cards out for what all. It's horrible. I like Laurie Ladd. She's on YouTube. She's such a sweetie. She started on YouTube the same time as me, you know, but we went down different routes. You know, Laurie Ladd, she talks about the law of attraction. And obviously she was doing bits like that. And obviously I went down a different route to her. I went into all the political stuff and she went down the spiritual side. And she's gone quite big, her channel. And she said this message. I found it because I follow her. It came up, she does a lot of shorts. And she said that anybody who's getting aches and pains at the minute, it's because your body's telling you, because we're coming into the 5th dimension. And I thought, God, that's God. And she says, you've got to listen to yourself. And she said, you've got aches and pains in your legs or whatever. It's your body telling you you're tired, get to bed. And I thought, my God, she's right. It's so right. Because what diets need to change and everything, doesn't it? Why is that jumped out? I've got a funny little card here. The 8 of Pentacles. It's going to be the fight of the fittest. The fight of the fittest this year. This is the year for exposure. This is the year for lots of scandals to come out. This is the year for we're all healing. There's going to be new light workers coming onto forums and that. We have to start listening to our body. And even healers will forget, you know what I mean? There's something important coming in for you for January the 30th, Amy. And it'll be all right. There's a lot of brothers. We've a lot of us have lost brothers, haven't we? Let's do this again. Uriel, Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, sent healing out to everybody in this forum tonight. What's happening? I'm going to pull 7 cards. I love number 7. The number of the angels. We've got the moon card upside down, so there's shenanigans going on. Oh, we know that, don't we? Shenanigans going on. And angels. Angels are walking this planet at the moment. 3 of Rods. Yeah, we're ridding old wounds. It's all coming out. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine because we've got the angels protecting us. Purple Hummin's Birds, my love, Paul. Past, can you tell me of my dreams with him? It's because he misses me. They come to you in your dreams. When you go to sleep at night time, your soul leaves your body 9 times out of 10 and you go off into the astral and you've got more chance to meet up with your loved ones when you're in sleep state. It's just been labelled dream, but there's more to it. So this is for all of us at the minute. This is how we're feeling. So I think it was Warlord was saying, or was it Muse Master? Somebody was saying that they felt really tired, and that's how we're feeling at the minute. We're ridding old wounds. We're ridding old wounds. You've got it, and we've got to get it off our chest. So how things look bad with a loss, like the 5 of Swords, we will gain. It's got to come out like a spot. Readdressing. And worry plays a part as well. Worry comes out in your body. Grief comes out in your body. So you've got to keep checking. I know you can't stop grief, but you've got to keep checking on your emotions. And music really helps. Try the music. Anybody who's suffering with aches and pains, you know, maybe it's time that you've got a blood check done or drink more water, because people forget and you don't realise you're dehydrated if you're not thirsty, but it can actually make you feel crap if you're dehydrated. We need to drink more water. We're going to be absolutely fine. Sweetheart's been having skin problems since December. So it's all coming out. In my situation, it's coming out through my feet. You know? So we're ridding old wounds. We're ridding old wounds. Yeah. I believe they can treat it. Psoriasis, yeah. So the different chakras. So your feet, it's obviously my base chakras needs, which that's understandable with me. My base chakra is like it's your sexual chakra, isn't it? It's your emotions and all of that. And I think with my situation is because I've just resigned myself to the fact that I'm on my own, and that's that. That's that. You know? But also emotions can be held, like the loss of Paul and everything, you know. Feeling grounded, feeling safe. Louise Hay book's really good. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and she tells you like the different parts of your body and different chants you can do. My knees give me jip. Everything to do with me is to do with the lower part of my body, so it's the base chakra I need to look at. Knees. Psoriasis is agitation. Throat is communication. Anything to do with your throat is communication. That is the heart's chakra. So when you're saying to clear your lungs, what do you mean? Are you congested, me? You need to tell yourself that you are loved. Acupuncture is supposed to be very good. Yeah. You are loved. You are loved. I've got the death card here. Now, it doesn't mean, I think that what is a collective, we're going to witness a lot of the system breaking down. We're witnessing it now. It's like Harry's come out with stuff. It's all kicking off in America with all the politics. We've got all this problem with the gas and people can't pay their bills, and it's all kicking off in Turkey and in Russia and Ukraine, everywhere, China. So it's the system breaking. So a lot of pain in the lungs is feeling safe in telling yourself that you're in, you know, you are loved. Might be that you need to have a checkup, because there's always a reason behind something, but then if it manifests into physical, then that's when doctors come in handy and things like that. I'm going to look into Putin tonight as well. Out with the old, in with the new. But there's something going on with the collective at the minute. So everyone's on different levels, and we're all seeking truth. But what we've done is, over the last couple of years, with everything global, and we've all had this awakening, what we've done is we've all jumped onto social media to try to get to the bottom of it, right? And what it's done is, it's like we've sort of put ourselves last. We've all been either obsessed about what's going on in America and stuff like that, and we've put ourselves last. And it comes out in your body eventually, do you know what I mean? Yes, your Katie is around you. She's kissing you on the cheek there. I'm getting 2 or 12. I don't know if that means anything. I had antibiotics and steroids, but still blocked with mucus. Menthol salt baths you need, or breathe in the menthol, all the old-fashioned things. And you need royal jelly into you. You need, are you in the UK or are you actually overseas? Because we've got a marvellous store over here called Holland and Barrett, and they sell the most amazing propolis lozenges. The UK, you need to go to propolis. It's something to do with the honey bee, and get the lozenges from there. Could be allergies and intolerances as well. Because once we start to ascend, our body, starts to reject certain things like, say, wheat or whatever, and it can cause mucus and stuff like that. Sugars as well does it as well. So what we're going to do is, I need to turn this blinking heating down. Give us 2 minutes. Dairy, propolis. Give us 2 minutes. I'm going to turn this heating down. Here they are. Propolis. Where's the heating there? Always have these in your medicine cabinet. They're amazing. They just taste like aniseed. That's what they taste like. But they've got, all they have in is, it's Barbados sugar, right? And it's but it's got some sort of clove oil in or something. I seriously tell you, if you feel like something coming on, you just suck one of them and it goes away. I swear down by them, they're amazing. Get them in Holland and Barrett. You can order them online. Bee health. Anything to do with the honeybee I'm into. Yeah. Really amazing. But I think you've got allergies and intolerances. That's what you've got. Okay. I'm going to pick individual people out of the audience and I'm going to do some akashics. Okay. Please, Louise, how to find out if my friend is trying to do a gaslighting on me? If the things are disappearing, I want to know if I am mistaken and trying to make the same mistake over and over again. What do you mean? Don't understand. Explain more. Right. Can't pick everybody, but I'm going to have a good go tonight. Just seeing who I'm drawn to. She is taking stuff. You need to set traps. Set traps. Yeah, your job will hold out. By the end of the year, there's going to be a big breakthrough for you, Sunny Luck. I'm feeling a bit congested now. Right, it's going up quite fast, so I'm going to see who I'm drawn to. Give me help here, Jed. Got Jed coming. Oh, I've got A2I here. He keeps giving us this song today, and I don't know why. He's all excited. And it's, remember this from the 80s? You spin me right round, baby, right round. And when he's saying that, he keeps showing us the White House. I don't know what the blinking heck's gone into that being of light tonight. He's all excited. Dead or alive? Like a record, baby, right round. Do. He gets so excited, you know. Okay. find it hard to choose. Who's got connections with the name Anne? Anne. From Spirit, Anne. Oh, there's a link with the name Anne. Who's got that connection? You? Me? Okay. John. John and Anne. This is very important. John and Anne. Did your friend Anne have a connection with the name John? Right, Mom and me and Grandma. Yes, John and Annabella, and this is Anne. John and Anne. They sort of lived out where, I don't know, one of them liked that garden a lot. I liked that garden. The man shown as a wheel. He used to mess on with a, looks like a wagon wheel actually. Oraki. Anne was his wife. Right, Oraki. Say stop. Say stop when you want me to stop. This is for Oraki. Stop. Right. Got Sato, yeah. We're gonna do mini Akashics. Okay. Do you have this or like Oraki? Are you quite sort of do you get worried about deep water, that type of thing? Where's she gone? Do you worry about deep water? Is she there? Okay. I'm feeling it's as if that you've had quite a few lives on Earth and quite a few off planet too. But yes, in the past you had a trouble with deep water. Are you quite sort of, I'm not saying this is the Titanic, but E2I is saying, yes, it is the Titanic. Were you triggered when you hear anything about the Titanic or to do with ships, what went down? Does that trigger you off? Does it make you feel uneasy about deep water? You hear? Okay. Right, there's also a very strong Native American connection with you, and you've lived on the plains in America before. You've lived in a Sioux tribe. I'm getting the Sioux tribe. You in this life, you're very sensitive, and I'm getting something about superstition, or you get affected, you worry about the negative things in life. You love that film? And the dark scares you. Right. I'm getting an Irish feeling, Kate. And as you know, that when the Titanic went down, there was the poor people which were underneath, yeah? And you were a young child, you were going with your family for a new start to America, and you got trapped. and you were a girl, and I see you with a little dolly, like an old-fashioned dolly in your hand, and you have this fear about choking, or I don't know if that resonates with you. I don't know if you've worked through it, but choking or anything around your neck or around your face tends to trigger things. I'm also feeling I'm getting superstitious energies with you, and I don't know if you're very fascinated with the occult or the likes of Wicca, witchcraft, that type of thing. You're terrified of choking, right? Okay. And so there was a life that you had, I'm getting all upset here, where as a young child you had a very short life, but you had brought that forward from a previous life where they choked you, and there was a hysteria, as you know, and it wasn't just going on in America. It was going on in Europe. I feel like I'm choking. Lift this off, mate. A2I, it's too much. Do you like to mess around with candles now? I feel you still have that gift. You are a starseed, and a natural healer. Remember, you don't have to be born amongst mediums, psychics, that type of thing. And this is a mass wave what's happening now, because there was a mass influx in the 1600s, and this is why they had the witch hunts. And you were very gifted, and you had to forgive a man who hurt you deeply. There was also a lady in that life what betrayed you, and she has been in this life. I don't know if you've had problems in this life with a sister or a friend that you had to let go of. Are you emotional? So there was I'm not talking about God and Jesus and, you know, the church got took over by hysteria. This is happening again now. And you need to write a letter to your past self that you are freed from all of them radical people what they did to you. And you need to let go. Do you suffer a lot with problems around the throat or the chest or tension, neck pain, anything to do with that? Do you suffer with stuff like that? You need to release the past. You need to release the past. You are a young girl, and you are doing flower remedy in a previous life in a Sus tribe, batch flower remedy, flower teas, that type of thing. And you were taken there was an attack on your tribe. You were taken young. You were in love with another man that you couldn't be with from another tribe. You know this man in this life, and you couldn't be with him then. And you were taken young, and then you were brought back again. You were on that wheel. You've come back to release from that wheel. And this time, you are doing your flower stuff. You are doing spells. You are doing things, love potions and beautiful things and all innocent stuff and healing, making honey teas and all sorts of things. And there was a girl who betrayed you. Is Luke in? I thought he's supposed to be at work. And hi, Luke. Don't know where he is. He's on night shift, yeah. Bless him. He works really hard, you know, bless him, long hours in the factory. Have you had trouble to do this young lady that I'm talking about, where you've had problems with a female in this life and you've had to let go of somebody? Hello there, Luke. Luke's scared of elephants, aren't you? I think that's been a past life in Africa. Remember when I did that healing on your son and you didn't like it? And I had you on the couch. Yes, they are, Paula. I am trying to explain my question. Yeah? How to find out if your best friend wants to backstab you when they are jealous of you. You've got to stand with them in front of a mirror and talk to them like you're standing behind them. And if they can't, you ask them questions. This works. So say like your friend's in the mirror and you go behind them. You can do this with a lover as well. It works. It really, really works. And you're walking behind them and you're like talking to them in the mirror, or, you know, doing their hair, talking to them in the mirror. They can't look at you in the mirror if they're lying. They can't. But it's releasing. You need to write to this young lady with the Titanic. You need to release the pain of them people what hurt you in the past. Write it on a piece of paper. Do it on a full moon and say, I forgive all my past karmic souls that have hurt me, past life, this life, and burn it. Okay, so I hope that's helped. Sunny, look, is my marriage in this life a karmic connection from a previous? I'll have a look for you. It works. Is my marriage in this life a karmic connection from a previous life? Sunny, look. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. And you're having troubles with your partner in this life, Sunny, look, sometimes. Why do I feel they're a bit of a younger soul than you? Because I feel you had troubles in the past life with them. You had troubles in the past, there's your partner. Yes, for sure. Well, there he is. There's a Viking connection with him from a past life. And you had troubles with him then. I'm getting Vikings, going all strange Vikings. Old England, Sunny, look. 2 children. A lot of babies used to pass over then, didn't they? I'm actually seeing like an old Anglo-Saxon village. There's a one not so far away from here, up in Northumberland. But a lot of Vikings settled around Geordie land. And I'm getting, you know, like sort of like their mud huts. I'm seeing that with the Saxon jewellery, like the chunky jewellery. Like, and I'm seeing like the sort of stone dress, like the stone coloured plain dress. I love all the Viking stuff. Okay. Our Muse Master Johnny think he needs a bit of help here. Sorry, I'm not picking my nose. I've got a piercing and sometimes I have to move it. Muse Master. Hey, I've got to give you this, Muse Master. I did something the other night. Where is it? I don't know if I've got it in there. Oh no, I haven't. Oh man. 2 minutes. Where is it when you're doing that? Where's it gone? Muse Master, this is for you. I'm getting outlaws. I'm getting outlaws. I'm getting something really weird about that. You had a very short life. You are you on your own at the moment, Johnny? There was a lost love from a past life. There was a big shooting. I'm getting outlaws, a bit like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I'm not saying that you were him, but I don't know if you're fascinated with all of that. You feel lost. You feel lost because you need some soul retrieval. You had a beautiful lady in a past life, and it's definitely, I'm going back to the Wild West. She had long blonde hair, but I see you with your guns and there was shooting. You lost her, and you've never been able to find her since. She was your soulmate. She was your everything. There was 5 children. When she died, there's an unmarked grave in between 2 mountains. And you had the 5 children. You couldn't, you had this like little house on the prairie type of living. And you would go off with the other outlaws and come back to her. There was 5 children, and the house looks exactly like Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, I used to love that, Little House on the Prairie. She was the love of your life, and you need some soul retrieval. You need rose quartz amethyst by your bedside. You need to cut the karmic codes from the pain, from the repeated pain from this life, which was brought forward with a man who hurt you deeply and replayed out in one of your relatives in this life. Put it by your bedside, have your salt baths, nurture you, and ask Archangel Michael to cut the past life karmic codes from any toxic relationships, karmic relationships that blocked you in past lives in this life. And you do deserve love. You do deserve happiness, because she's coming back around. She's looking for you. Might not be the same type of relationship, because obviously older and that, and she's blonde. And she's very blonde, like she was in that life. Okay? So that's what you need to do. And you need to eat better, Johnny. You're not eating properly. Remember, part of this ascension is like you need to look after yourself. Because if you're not putting that fuel into your body, your machine's not going to work well and it affects your spirit. Well, I'm pretty gay, so okay. Well, maybe it's a blonde-haired man's energy. It's like her energy in a blonde. Does that make sense? Because you were that type of outlaw kind of guy. Remember, souls don't have when we first pass over, we are coming from the physical into the non-physical. So the more they ascend, they go back to source. Does that make sense? So the souls can switch. The souls can be different genders. Does that make sense? Different genders. But it's the same energy. I'm blonde, fair. Okay. And I feel you're going to crack it this year, but you have to start eating properly. Maybe that's why my father raised me kept in a dark room. Like, yes, because that was a past life karmic relationship. And unfortunately, you were born back into that. I know this sounds really twisted. You chose him to teach him a lesson, and he's done it again to you. So you have to cut the cords there and release it, and you will heal. And I do offer private sessions of that type of thing. Forgive. Part of healing's forgiveness. That's what we need to do. Does that make sense? Beetlebug wants to know, Louise, please can you tell me if my family had a curse put on us by my great grandma? Oh, was she a bit of a one, your great grandma? Let's have a look. Beetlebug. Right, what I'm getting with your grandma is, I don't know if she was a little bit fiddling on the dark side with stuff, but it was something dark around her, which was attached to her, which was controlling her, and it's sort of, it needs to be cut away. I talk about like demons, banishing demons, all that type of thing. It's, they can be released, but I call it like the invasion of the body snatcher. So some people are so far gone, they're controlled by these things like puppets. Was your grandma into anything like that? Where's she gone? She used to curse me, ever of the family all the time. Okay, so she had something attached to her. She had something attached to her. And I'm going way, way back. You've crossed her before. She can't get to you now, by the way. She's on a different plane. And if you ever, when you pass over, you're never going to be in that same plane. You've crossed with her a few times before. It's layers and layers of attachments, because they can go back through lineages. And it needs to be broken so you don't meet up with her again. But I'm going way back to the Aztecs, like sort of Aborigine man with like a bone in his nose. Is it Aborigine? Aztecs. And there was 2 tribes. I'm getting that song, When 2 Tribes Go to War. Remember that? It's, she was a very powerful sort of, she was into voodoo and stuff like that. And you were some sort of like voodoo sort of princess in a different way. and she was jealous of you. There's something very deep there, what needs to be cut away. I'm getting an African descent as well in one of the lives you've had with her as well. It's coming through really, really strong. She's in spirit. There was 3 entities attached to her. Is that right? There was 3 entities attached to her. She's made peace with 2. One of them's a demon type of character. And she's working on that. Because they do work on the other side, you know what I mean? And it's this demon. I know this sounds really strange. She's had many lives, and there was some sort of close love connection with this demon, and it can't forgive her. So she's released 2 of them, which she had attracted. 2 of them subtracted from previous past lives, karmic lineage. But the other one is something she conjured with what she was doing, and it's a demon what won't forgive her, and she's trying to get rid of it in a plane on the other side. So this demon came with her onto earth. I know this sounds really crazy what I'm saying, and then went back over with her, and she's trying to get rid of it. She has to do a lot of self-work on herself, which she's trying to do. And because this thing was floating around, it caused it like a catapult effect in the family. And like a ripple effect. And that's how you ended up, that our son ended up being what happened to him. So this, remember the film, you remember the program Charmed? And you had Phoebe, who was in love with that guy who was a demon, and he changed. I do believe these things happen. I really, really do. And I believe that the demon ended up becoming nice in the end. What was he called in Charmed? He was in love with the witch, Phoebe, and she changed him. But her sisters didn't want her to be with him. It was a call. So there's some forgiveness there, and there's something where she's had many lives with this being, and but basically this demon also needs to heal. It's very complex, big thing, It's very huge out there, and there's many different planes of existences. But you are free. You just need to forgive her and tell her. I know you need to tell her that you love her. And you're probably going, ugh. But you need to tell her that you love her, and that love will catapult to give her the strength to get rid of this thing. It'll break the chain. It'll break the chain. Hope that's helped. Now, why is that doing that? Louise Nash, is Phil my spirit guide? If yes, I have had several lives. Yes, he is. He's saying, hallelujah. Hallelujah that you recognise him. I was married to Jed in one of my lives in the Sus tribe. And the deal was that he would stay over there and protect me while I did this work. That was the deal. But he was my husband, believe it or not, in a past life. And I was like an Indian squaw. Can you tell me what my ex is up to? He's not honest. But if he's your ex, you need to heal. Does that make sense? Because there's still cords there attached because he's trying to trigger you. He wants you to be bothered. You've got attachments there. Is your ex your twin flame? My husband left me and making divorce complicated. Oh dear me. Well, it's a past karmic relationship then, they think. Does that make sense? He is devious and he is up to stuff. Definitely so. But he wants you to think that. He must be a narcissist then. He wants you to think that, so you need to visualise cutting them cords. Ask Archangel Michael, lie in a salt bath, imagine he's standing in front of you, your ex. Alright? And because you can get the karma cords with soulmates and twin souls where it's gone wrong. It doesn't mean it's perfect. But you can also get them karmic codes from past toxic relationships. Ask Archangel Michael to cut them codes, cut them. Then visualise that the angel Michael is putting him into a blue bubble and he's flying off through the universe to heal. Then get the angel to pull the cords out of you and visualise them going down the plug hole, and get the angel to put you into a blue bubble, and you'll get out of that bath feeling great. It releases the cords because you've got past karmic cords. He's a total narcissist. And actually, and I'm not trying to, they look quite dark, the cords, right? Normally when I see very black or dark cords, what is a narcissist? It's somebody who's unhealed, isn't it? But every time I've seen reptilian energy of cords, you know, like them beings, they normally are that colour. So maybe he's a reptilian. But you have had many lives with him, and you need to cut the past life karmic cords. That's what you need to do. NYS Vegas, can you let me know about my father's health? He's 83, constantly complaining about how he needs to see a doctor. Oh, bless him. Bless him. What's he called? NYS Vegas. That's a pleasure. Walter. Let's have a look. Let's see for Walter. He's scared. He's not showing it, but he's scared. He thinks the doctor's the answer, doesn't he? Any little aches and pains, and he's confused. He's got 2 sevens protecting him. He's ailing, he's got a lot of aches and pains, and I'm getting something going on, dizziness or his legs. Is she there? Yeah. But he's got 2 sevens. It's his strong temperament. It's his strong spirit. What's going to keep him going? He's got 2 sevens protecting him. He's got Archangel Michael's spirit. In his eyes. I don't know if it was you seen it in his eyes the other day. He looked like a little boy, like his eyes are like a startled rabbit, like he's scared. Get some amethyst for his bedside, rose quartz. Nurturing him, try to distract him. And he's missing. I'm getting he's missing. I'm getting he's missing a woman. Or he's seeing a woman in spirit. Does that make sense to you, Vegas? I think it's the one, Paula. Is Paula having one baby or 2? Paula. Louise, I've been in hospital today and I have my scan next week. Do you see if I'm having twins? If that's what they will tell me in my scan. Let's see what's going on with Paula's baby. How many babas are in Paula's tummy? How many babas? This child is very, very spiritual. This child's going to be fair to the hair. We've got 201 coming up here. Is the 201? That's what 10 is. Some things you're just not meant to know. Why do you feel, right, is it a little girl that... Yeah, my daughter was fair-haired. So you were hoping for a boy? Because I see a little girl here. Is she there? Little girl with blonde hair. I have a boy and a little girl. So you don't know the gender of this child that you're having now? Because that says a little girl because it was upside down. Unless he's a soft little boy. Could be a little boy. 1. 1. Have you got a big bump? Or you just feel like 2 wriggles going on there? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Hi Louise, my son passed away at 9 months old in 2012. God love you. Does he have a message for me, love and light? We are so tested. We are so tested. Do you have like quite brownish hair or darkish hair, or did you have darkish hair back then, Mel? It makes you wonder, doesn't it, when all these bad things are happening on this planet and little innocent children are taken over. What's it all about? What's it all about? I've been shown what happens with the children when they go over. The angels come for them. And your little boy didn't feel anything. He went to sleep. You're blonde to the hair. Who was the young lady who was around you with the brownish hair to there? Was that somebody who was around you at the time? He's saying he just went to sleep. Gabriel came for him and took him through the tunnel. Mummy, I love you. You put something in his arms. You put something in his arms. Yes, your niece. Was it like a little teddy or a little bunny rabbit or something? You put it in his arms and you wrapped him in this lovely little blanket. In the green fields far away, there lies a city wall. When you're going over into the heavens, you hear the children laughing. I've seen it. And they're guarded by the 4 archangels. And you'll hear laughing and you'll see Michael playing football with the children. And the babies are taken into the nurseries and they're looked after. They're not just left. He was perfect in every way. Jesus is looking after him. And you were so angry. You were so angry for God. Why would you take my baby? But you haven't got to be angry with God because it wasn't God what did this. You've got the dark side, you've got the light side, and the darkness wants you to hate God because then he's won. Gabriel wept. Gabriel took him to the light. Just went to sleep. You had his milk and he went to sleep. That's what they're telling us. Does that make sense? See, it was a hot as well, hot. But me, I just went to sleep. Got his handprints. SOC. S or the letter C. Does that make sense to you? Where's the lady gone where I'm talking about our little boy? S or C. Does that make sense, Mel? And D or J, if they're not linked with him, the people who are looking after him. What does the 22nd mean to you? And what does the 9th or the 19th mean to you? Or September or 9 o'clock? Does that mean anything, Mel? Did you put something in his little arms? Did you give him something? You give him something. Does that make sense, Mel? Just gone quiet. One day you'll see him again. September 9/3. 9. He was born. He's with you. He's definitely with you, and he loves you so much. March the 9th. Right, I knew there was a 9 connected. They didn't make this easy for me, and I've got to try and piece it together. It wasn't anything that you did wrong. You're the best mummy in the world. And I believe that day a big piece of you went with him. I just feel it's called death in the wrong order. Mel, it's called, that's what it is. But this is where the angels play an important part, and then they grow on if they want to grow on. He's shown us he's a lot older. He has got fair hair. And he's going to do important work. He was perfect, wasn't he, sweetie? Perfect in every way. I just believe that Mother Mary, look at the pain what Mother Mary went through. We are in pain bringing them into the world. And what a mother goes through. And it's like the story of Mother Mary. It's like, what would she have gone through losing Jesus when they nailed him to the cross? Or they tortured him. I mean, my dad reckons he got off the cross, but they still tortured him on the cross, didn't they? And she couldn't help him. And a mother's love is just something which never goes away. But also a mother's grief doesn't go away. It really, really doesn't. It's, you've had many lives with your little boy. And one day you're going to see him again. One day you're going to see him again. What's SIDS? Can you tell me what SIDS is, please, Mel? But there was a poem on, there was a little letter done for him. Okay. He just went to sleep, Mel. These little cheeks and his little rosebud mouth and... A letter? Did you put a little letter in for him, or somebody put a little letter in, or a little something they wrote? And you've still got the blanket, or one of the blankets. And who's the young lady on the earth plane? Is that a daughter of yours, or is that a relative? Yeah? You may need a personal reading to get more. He's around. He's around. He says he went to sleep. He went to sleep. All right. I need 5 minutes. I need a ciggy break. Your medium here needs a ciggy break and a juice, and then I'm going to come back. He's enjoying it. It's a small audience tonight, isn't it? But it's nice. Coffee time. They do. The children are well protected in the nurseries. It's very high up in the heavens. So is the animal kingdom. Animals go over there too. And they play, and they're so looked after. They're so looked after. And I must say this. It's coming through from Archangel Uriel tonight. All children on this planet tonight are being extra protected. All babies, all children on this planet tonight are being extra protected. There is a mass exit of demonic energy leaving this planet as we speak. This is why we're all feeling weird. So we're going to look into that when I come back. And angels are walking on this planet. Something's going on at the moment. Because we're coming into New Earth. So there's a clean-up happening. Don't forget all the babies now coming in, and the little children, that the crystal children, the rainbow children, the blue-ray children. And they're on a different level. And they're very protected by a very godly energy tonight. They're very protected. So I'm going to be back on. Give us 5 minutes. Or about 3-4 minutes. If the interval break does your head in. Right? Just turn it down. Because I need a cigarette. Strong solar flares are hitting our atmosphere and affecting our vessels. There's something going on. Oh, really? Cardinal's been removed. There's something going on tonight. I'm feeling it. It's been going on for the last 48 hours or more. But I get a very angelic energy tonight. And of course we're retrograde, so that doesn't help. Right, give us 5 and I'll be back on in a minute. I'm going to make a juice. Alright, give us 5. I'll be back in a minute. Okie dokie. Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Everybody's got spirit guides. Everybody has spirit guides. You can have many. You can have many spirit guides. You've got a guardian angel, which is assigned to you from birth. Let's get me coffee. Got coffee tonight. Does anybody know what's happened on the news lately? Because I haven't seen anything. I know it's all good kicking off with Harry and that, but is anything else happening? Oh, the strikes are terrible. Hello there, Debbie. Are you all right? You've run out of little roll Kappa. France. I said when this plane's grounded and they're stuck in the US, there's going to be big news to come out. Oh no. No way Joe Biden's extended it. Let's have a look about the planes. Air traffic, cyber attack in USA. What's going on in Canada as well? Just now a glitch at Pearson in Toronto. What's happened in Toronto? Something's off. Let's have a look. Sit back and relax and I'll get the looking glass. I haven't done a looking glass yet. I've been so busy. I've just done some astrology little things there, but you can't force the looking glass. You've got to wait for it to happen. Right, spirit guides, give us a true answer. There's a one just whapped right out there on the floor. Let's take it. There's a jumper. Something's about to kick off. Something's going on. Has he really, Lady Aid? Well, well, well. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it's gone cold in here. What? I don't even know what the temperature is at the minute. It was hot before. There was an attack in France train station. So many people were attacked with a knife. Oh, that's awful. People have lost the plot. It's these things jumping in people, you know, jumping on and off people. Let's do this. Give us the true answers tonight. I love me little dinger. I was thinking of getting some bongo drums as well. Protect us all. Keep it all safe. What's going on with the planes? Right. I'm saying something about threat to do with terrorism or like a cyber attack thing. You know what they put out on the news isn't always what's really going on. Do you know what I mean? There's Biden. Is that why A2I was... He keeps singing this song today. You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's something going on to do with Russia. Or they'll blame Russia. Is it Russia? But as you know, there's karmic stuff going on. I felt just before I went on the break there that there's a mass exit of demonic energy leaving this planet tonight. How creepy is that? I can sort of see, get me ball, I can sort of see like some big stargates opening. And it's like they're screaming, they're trying to get off. What is going on? Okay. Okie dokie. Right. There's something about threat of cyber attack terrorism. And I see not just one country involved, like affected. I'm seeing 2 or 3 countries. The C20 or something. I don't know what that is. Right. Is it to do with a blockage of fuel? But it's more going on than that. Why am I getting the 5th? When's the 5th? The 5th of February is huge. Right, there's something actually bigger going on, and that's they're being told not to leave or lift off. I'm seeing air traffic control in like cyber attack, but there's a bigger thing going on. Bit like this Harry thing, everything's been a distraction. Canada also had, these things are happening, but there's bigger things going on behind the scenes. There's bigger things going on behind the scenes. Ooh, guys. I'm going into Mar-a-Lago and I see Trump sitting like this. And he's got like a piece of paper, like a document paper. C20 is dicarbon, right? Okay. And there's 2 or 3 people, one person's to his left, 2 people to his right. And it's saying you're going to have to do it or something, or you're going to have to do it. WM. There's big announcements going. The 5th is very, very huge with something. Okay. In one of his rooms in Mar-a-Lago where, I mean, I know there's like a lot of people coming and going, but does he have like a private room what's very maroony with lots of wood in? There's going to be midnight announcements, late night announcements, and I'm saying FBI. Right, there's a switch over happening. There's something going on, okay? So we're going into New Earth. There's new technology. There is an exit. I know this sounds very dramatic, but I always get like, you know, the technology what's being held back from where it's like that extraterrestrial and like free technology, free energy. It's like I see Trump and he looks ashen in the face. He looks ashen in the face and he knows he has to do something. And then he's signing a paper. F and S. I don't know where I'm getting that. Is it Minster? something Minster or something like that as well. Right. There's just hell on to do with documents. And then I'm seeing Biden with you. He's got documents in his hand as well. Right, I'm seeing the globe and I'm seeing frequency attack. And I want to see prepare for blackouts or outages, internet glitches. They're trying to make it as smooth as possible, but something's going on behind the scenes. DC, Washington DC. B and P, big news. B and P, big news. Right, so he's got something they've wanted. Truth is coming out. Truth is coming out. It's like I've always said, when I've always said, it's the race to the finish line. Who gets there first with the documents? And it's actually happening now. I'm going all like, the hairs are going up on my arms. Who's to get first with the documents? 528. I don't know what that means. 528. C20. It's making us feel really creepy. Help us, A to I. A to I is just spinning around. He's spinning around and he's singing, you spin me right round, baby. What is the lyrics to that? But that's what's happening at the minute. There's some karma being addressed. But look at that. Like I've said, like a mass exit of dark beings leaving. Look at that. Look at that. What's going on with the witches calendar at the minute? Or I really don't know. There's a big cleanup happening tonight. I'm going to pull some cards out. I just want to see the lyrics to You Spin Me Right Round, because he keeps singing it to us and I need to know what it means. What was the name of that song? You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record. Spin me. Lyrics. Right, guys, listen to the lyrics to this. If I get to know your name, if I could trace your private number, baby. All I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms. I want some. I set my sights on you and no one else will do. And all I've got to have my way now, baby. All I know is that to me, you look like you're having fun. Open your arms, loving baby. So wait a minute. Right. Then there's the lyrics. I got to be your friend now, baby. And I would like to move in just a little bit closer. All I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Doesn't make sense, does it? It's just the same thing, spinning right round. Is something coming around again? Is something about to happen? It's energies, Snow Owl, you're right. It's energies. What's happening? Is it Kamala Harris? I don't know if she's going to try and make an announcement, or another woman. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Something's about to kick off. And again, I've got the 5 of Swords, which is the 5th. But that could be like 5 minutes from now, 5 hours from now. It's karma. Watch out, here I come. You spin me. Exactly. Hyphenate is something very important. Big announcements to come out. Why am I saying Trump doing that? He's in like, it looks like a study, like a sort of like a study. Lots of wood, you know, like you'd have like where the Godfathers would sit, like the dark oak wood and the red. I'm seeing Jared Kushner's face. Where's Biden? What time is it now in Washington, D.C.? What time is it now where Biden is? Something about high alert with something. And there's an airport and I see problems with, I'm not sure if it's a bang or smoke or something. It's that airport. That airport with all that artwork. It's something about terrorism and they're going to blame Harry. It's all part of the plan. 9 p.m. Well, that'll be getting towards his bedtime, that won't it? Denver airport, but another airport what looks very big like Denver, because Denver's quite a big airport, isn't it? And something beginning with the letter E. Big news to do with a man with dark hair. And I'm hearing some shooting, something about shooting. Okay. Right, wait a second. I'm seeing FBI agents. Wait a second. I mean, I could be blowing something here, you know what I mean? It's a bit quiet. They're making a move. Like circulating a place. Something about a big plan. Or they know something's going to kick off. See, like secret agent cars. There's going to be some event. Okay. And I'm not saying it's not happening because it is happening, but it's going to be a distraction to something else going on because there's going to also be two or three things going off at the same time. And I've said this before. God is very close on this planet at the minute, and God is through it all. And we need to stay calm, and we need to understand that you have to just let things play out. But something's just not right at the minute. I can't find Biden in this ball. Why can't I find... 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, man in black, like that type of thing, yeah. Normally when I zone in at this time, he's normally getting his jammers on, do you know what I mean? With his kitty cat. Where is he? He's in an office. He's not ready for bed. That's not like him. He's normally getting ready for bed. He's talking to another couple of men. Right. To wait for a phone call. Something secret going on. It's really weird because when I look at Biden, it's like he's been told there's somebody there trying to tell him. Are there people telling him what to do? A bit like the establishment over here. Or like what Harry was going on about, you know, like this. The establishment, the firm. Right, there's a car pulling up now outside of the White House. Is he still in the White House? Is it an office? Being told he has to leave. God, I'm going all weird. And they want to take Biden somewhere. I'm going underground. Or these people have come from an underground city. Military. It's all under the United States, all under Washington, D.C. Framework, tunnels, cities. Planned exit. If something kicks off. C and W. C and W. Two airports worries. Wait. There's been phone calls, Secret Service, something about this threat to do with the country or something, and it's like a standby thing. But also I see him like having to get a document somewhere. Where's Trump now? It's the race to the finishing line. Oh my God, this is not what you think this is, you know. This is so weird. This is so weird. It's like everybody's playing their part. You know what I've said before? Like, there's no such things as white hats. There's no such things as black hats. They're all working to the same end game. So they play their part, they show their side, but they really know the truth. Well, some do. And that's what Trump's doing. Biden's just been used as a puppet. But like, they know they have to get something somewhere. He is worried about his assets. It's just a one big mess, but it's all... This is really weird. And I know this might sound really bizarre, and it may never come out, but I've never felt so sure about this. Biden and Trump are in communication. It's really weird. I've never felt this is so... They're in communication. Black car worry with Trump. Having to get somewhere to get something somewhere. Black car. There's worry with him. And there's people trying to take him out. And it's like that, you know, like the Men in Black type of thing. Corporations, hidden corporations. You have to let this play out. But something huge just going off tonight, and I can't put my finger on it. I just literally can't put my finger on it, but I don't know why I'm getting that. They've been talking. Who's getting there first? Putin's going to strike on something, and I can't put my finger on it. There's warning. And I don't know if it's like secret people know this, or secret military, high alert. but we're going to be distracted on so many different things over the next, I want to say the next 48 hours. Does that make sense? Trump's not in charge. He's trying to get something somewhere. He's got something. He's got something and they've been after him for it. There's codes as well. I'm seeing something about codes. Joe. Jet. Airport attack, jets. I'm trying, guys. 15th, remember the 15th as well. Big announcements coming in. I'm going to pull some more cards out. I just need to know if there's more going on than fuel. Whoa, it's got a life of its own, this. Justice. Distractions. Harry's a distraction, by the way, but he is playing out his karma. But it is it's going to be made to be more a bigger distraction. There's more to come out with Harry. It's more than a bigger distraction. Black car, problems with the black car. I'm getting all creepy. I've never felt like this before. The last time I felt like this with the Diana thing. Who owns Air Force One? It's not the military, isn't it? Trump's not in charge. Trump's trying to get something somewhere, to do something, to stop something, or to get something. That's the feeling I'm getting. But he's been in communication with Biden. Daily Mail. It's going to be fine. When the Ace of Cauldrons comes out, it means that there's some huge news to be spilt. And then I know it's a bit faded. I love it. It's my Galactic card, but it says the source as well on the bottom. The source as well. I don't know if you can see that. And on the back, you've got the Nephilim, and it's to do with material happiness. So the system's breaking, and they're trying to switch it over tonight. There's something going on with the system. Intermittent blackouts or internet outages. The Magician, something very dodgy's going on. But you know, I believe there's more than this physical world, and I can't help but see there's something military going on. There's something about threat of security or something like that, okay? Then I'm seeing groups of men, like I'm not sure if they're agents, and they're all circulating somewhere, and secret agents, And then I'm seeing FBI, and then I'm seeing they're about to make a pounce on something, or they're sitting around. This is what I'm seeing. And then I'm seeing Trump hesitating, knowing that something about waiting for a call or waiting for a go-ahead on something. And then I'm seeing Biden doing the same thing. And I'm seeing a black car. And then I'm going to airports and I'm getting chaos. And then I'm seeing lots of underground military, like futuristic. There's something going off at the minute. And then I'm seeing Putin sitting with he's up. Putin's up now. And he's sitting with all these agents, like he's military men. Wanted to make a strike on something. It's safe to travel at the minute. No, they've stole the planes. Is this just the USA, or they're stolen the planes everywhere? I'm getting a horrible feeling about that Turkey man, the Turkish Prime Minister. Threat of war, something to come out. They are flying again. There's something happening. I've got another moon card here. There's something really off at the minute, and I can't put my finger on it. There's something going on at the minute. Remember the 5th and remember the 15th. Like I say, they don't always announce everything. It's all linked. Canada the same. Lots of different countries and leaders have all been told to do something, or threatened, if not they've got to go ahead and do something, and they've got to clean something up. There's not just one set of documents, there's a few sets of documents. But the one what's going to cause the storm hasn't been leaked yet. And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing Elon Musk's face very, very strong. Documents have gone into the wrong hands, but also they're in the good hands. Just breaking news, they found a sec batch. What's that mean? A sec batch of what? Of documents. Because that's what I'm getting. There's something huge to be leaked. This is the most mysterious thing ever. And I've been saying this for a few years now, that when it all kicks off, there'll be a lot of things all going off at once. But documents of something, or sealing something, or very powerful documents. Are you all right, Debbie? We're all safe. Do you know what I mean? We're all safe. Even George Who Flies. I don't know if he's still in here tonight. But I'm concerned. I can't put my finger on it. The last time I felt like this, before Diana died, but also before the September thing in New York. and I couldn't get planes out of my head, and I don't know why. This time I'm seeing black car, and I'm seeing airports, black car. I mean, there might be two separate things. Get a drink of water, Debbie, and try to keep grounded. We're all empathic, and we're all in this audience tonight, so information, it could be taken many different ways. This is really weird. Every time I try and zone in with Trump, he doesn't look right. Quite like sad and worried. Assange, it's all linked, and you're coming into like the establishment over here, warlord, you know what I mean? He could have blown the cat out of the bag. Why do you think they were trying to get him? No, it's Trump, it's not a clone. But he looks so sad. Magician again. I want to say by tomorrow there's big announcements, or by tomorrow there's something, or within the next couple of hours. I mean, we're tomorrow now. Over here it's 1:20. How do you get a reading? You can email us. Get a pen and I'll give you my email. He is finished before he even started. Something I'm seeing the men's legs now when they're getting out of the car. I'm going like all weird. The men's legs, they're getting out of the car. And I'm seeing a ship, like a boat, like a yacht in a harbour. They're going into the yacht. Reads. Smelling paint. So it's Louise, Louise, .n for mother, .jones, JONES, at hotmail.com. If you haven't caught that, if you go onto my YouTube channel, in the links of all my videos, you'll find the way of contacting us, and it's through Facebook as well. There's something not right with Trump. And he's not well. There's something going on with his health as well. Boat, harbour. Just gotta wait for things to pan out, but like I said, I've never felt so strong about something, what's happening now. I'm trying to see if I can catch Putin again, which is more important at the minute. Is the attack coming in? Right, I'm getting to do with the Prime Minister in Turkey. I think he could kick off and flip his lid in Putin. Big announcements coming in from Israel as well. Explosion in Europe. Explosion. Big explosion. I want you to remember that. I'm just seeing the word terrorism and it keeps bouncing out this crystal ball. Is it just noise? I mean, a lot of noise. No, I'm seeing it as well, like explosion. I'm seeing airports. I'm seeing an airport and I'm seeing France. And I see an incident to go off in the Middle East, a massive big explosion as well. It's awful. It's like distractions everywhere. In the secret military, in they're going like backwards and forwards, and like Braille. I don't know what, like Braille, what a blind person. It looks like codes. They're sending codes. Like do 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 do. And I'm seeing it being sent now. Codes. Morse code. Yeah, that's on a SOS Morse code. They're going to blame Harry. They're going to blame Harry. It's not the royal family, You're talking the MI6, they're the ones trying to run, they're the ones. I've told you this before. The Queen told somebody that I know very well up at the stables in Sandringham that there's a small group of people who are running the UK and they're very, very dangerous people and not even I'll mess with them. Harry's in danger. Oh my God, I'm getting Diana back again. Harry's in danger. Group of militants, like Nazi people, attack USA. It's like they're going to call this group something. You know how like you had like the Black Lives Matter or something like that. There's like an attack. There's worry with Harry and Meghan. Okay, I'm going to send healing and blessings out to all around the world. I'm going to have to stop because I'm going tired and it's going distorted. I'm seeing the Ukraine fields, like if I was looking from a bird's eye view, like all the farmers' fields. Planned military attack, that's what he's planning on doing. It's all about the gold. And he's very, very paid off, him in Turkey. He's very paid off, him in Turkey. There's something going on there. Putin's messed with the West, but now he's messing with the East. East and the East. There'll be the East, what will cause war, not the West. I believe that it was twisted about what they had said about the Taliban. It's been twisted. I don't know if there's anybody in this forum tonight agree with me, but everything's been twisted. She loves her boys so much. They will talk again. All twisted in the actual the UK press is all paid by the deep state as well. You know what I mean? It's all connected. Psychopaths, exactly. The Taliban are a cult of psychopaths. I'm concerned for terrorism. It's coming out very strong in these cards tonight, and I don't know where I'm getting. They'll blame Harry or Trump, or they'll blame somebody, because they have to. But there's more to it. It's all about fighting behind the scenes. It's all about power. It's all about greed. And we just have to watch this play out. I send healing blessings to everybody who's travelling, airports. Everybody's protected with the Holy Spirit. And that we are all protected. 8 of Cups. That the establishment are trying to take over the country. It's all a setup. Things aren't what it seems. It's all a setup. But Harry had to do what he had to do. He had to do it. Remember that scene from The Godfather? I don't know if it was the first one when he had his first wife and she went into the car and it exploded. And he lost his first wife. Remember that in the scene of The Godfather? It's in 3 parts, that. I haven't watched that for ages. I'm getting that sort of scene, like... do, 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 do. And it's like an explosion. Something to do with a car. And sending love and light out to everybody. Thank you, angels. Love and light to everybody. And I'll be back on Sunday night. And I want to try and pull a big looking glass off before then. Hopefully. There's been truth and lies mixed up in it, but he had to do what he had to do. The loves. There's something going on to do with the market and to do with gold-backed coin, or there's something going on with coin. It's all going on behind the scenes. I think we're going to get a lot of scandals to come out with banks and stuff like that. But they won't all go down. There'll be scandals with some banks, but we will be fine. We will be fine. We just have to keep our energies up and knowing it's biblical what we're in. What I find really fascinating is I looked at these 2 men who have been at thingies for themselves, Biden and Trump, and I seen them, the pair of them, so withered, and yet they were having to do something to do with documents or papers, and it was the most weirdest thing. But even they're being used. Everyone's being used, you know what I mean? But sometimes these things have to play out to show the bigger picture. But we've been looking, this is a message from Spirit before I leave tonight. We've been looking in the opposite direction. It's so easy to point the blame at some family or some person. The press is connected from one of the devil's heads. Media is connected with the DS. corporations all falling, and all these dark beings leaving this planet tonight. And I want to leave that one with you. And there's mass angels coming in. Masses of beautiful angels with beautiful feathers. There's a shift going on at the moment on this planet. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. It's biblical. And I'll see you Sunday night. And I'm off to make a cup of tea. Big shift happening. Not a big shit. A big shift. A big spiritual shift is happening. God wins in the end, he always does. No, I don't need a big shit, thank you very much. I've known a few big shits. Amen. As my granddaughter keeps telling me, Jesus is coming, Grandma. Jesus is coming. Jesus loves you. Jesus is coming. Out of the mouth of babes comes the truth. That's all I'm saying. Take care, God bless. And sleep tight. Big shit's about to happen, that's right, Warlord. Oh, she's adorable. All children are adorable. Even teenagers, not that I'm keen on teenagers. All little children, all being looked after tonight. That came through as well. All children are being protected. Why am I getting that message? All children and all animals on this planet tonight are being extra protected. Interesting. And I'll see you Sunday night. Sleep well. See you Sunday. Bye now.